You're in front of the Israeli School, Universal Practical Knowledge, the Philadelphia Division, here at 3226 Cheltenham Avenue in Philadelphia. We're standing in front of the school right now, getting a description of the 12 tribe sign that's been painted by one of the brothers that was in the school: Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar. Those are the 12 tribes of Israel.
Shalom. Shalom. You've been waiting for this day, so this day has finally come. A lot of you have been wondering where this knowledge that you've been hearing is coming from, and the powerful truth that you've been hearing, how this was established. Well, we finally were able to arrange for the priests to come down from New York and spend some time with us. And I'd like to introduce them if I can. These are some great brothers. We're very glad to have them with us. We want to make them feel as warm as possible, because this is their work and the extension of their work and what they've laid down some time ago. I'd like to introduce, first of all, priest and Sixth Shield General, 4th in command in the nation of Israel, Lahar. I'd like to salute this brother. Macho! Barak! Yeshabium, which means sit. And I'm going to turn it over now to Priest General Lahar.
Water, brother. I'd like to say this, starting off, we're very impressed at your school here, and we're very impressed to see that the brothers and sisters in Philadelphia think enough of the Most High and the Bible and the truth and your nationality to be a part of this, because most of the brothers and sisters are running from the truth.
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, One West. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, One West. We want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, One West. That's who we are, nigga. One West, One West. So who is y'all, niggas? One West, One West. We want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, niggas?
UPK soldiers got them killers with me, and I don't fuck with every spot cause it's too iffy. Real motherfucking prophet cause the Lord with me, but don't get that shit twisted, I got Drake's with me. Yeah, bitch, and that whole 50. Run up on me wrong, you gon' catch 60. Wait, you gon' catch 20. The other 30 for your homies, bitch, I got plenty. And I'll shoot this motherfucker till that clip empty. Taking orders from your bitch, you a fucking simpy. Shit, should be televised. The way I'm cutting niggas up, bitch, I'm a samurai. Niggas swear they in the truth, but telling hella lies. Stumping like you Greek, bitch, you Hellenized. The revolution gon' be televised, and what I see in my vision gon' leave you petrified.
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, nigga? One West, we want it all, nigga. nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, one West. That's who we are, nigga. One West, one West. So who is y'all, niggas? One West, one West. We want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, niggas?
UPK soldiers lead cowards and off. So fuck a gas stop. I came with 6 pumps in my car. My niggas ready to swing. We like kids at the park. So touch a chair around this bitch and we breaking your jaw. They think we Christian, but we not. Nothing about us is soft. I don't know what you niggas on, but that shit get you off. We booted up. We came to take zones for real. Black 40 under my garment, I be dressed to kill. Fourth dimension sit linger, I be fresh for real. Putting scripts on your corners, but these here ain't pills. We rock covers. You official if you know those drills. Bread and water, you official if you know those meals. Yeah, you niggas soldiers get rolled over. You got police in your pocket, I got a judge in my holster. Oppressors out to get us, so remain sober. Or be chained to them chains till there's nothing that remains of us. A cult leader like Christ, we got the same culture. I bang on them, tell my enemies the reign's over. I up the cig and keep pulling like a chain smoker. The game ain't changed, one West stayed the same on them.
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, one West. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, one West. We want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, one West. That's who we are, nigga. One West, one West. So who is y'all, niggas? One West, one West. We want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, niggas?
Niggas talking prophets, yeah, we got plenty. We the reason why it's Israelites around the city. Karkazak tells a rock, bring Shamar out. We about to slide on them, see what niggas talking about. Young dog think he wise cause he a Kim head. That shit lame, they didn't survive, nigga, Kim is dead. Where I'm from, little nigga, is a dirty game. I pledge allegiance to Yahweh, bitch, I'm UPK. Huh, nigga, let's talk bodies. Set up on your corner, wake up everybody. Big priest until I'm dead deceased. The mission is complete until y'all off the street. So y'all on the internet stumping down the street. But take the poor and the weak. Touch a sister or a brother, you gonna be sleep. But take the poor and the weak.
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, one West. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, one West. We want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, one West. That's who we are, nigga. One West, one West. So who is y'all, niggas? One West, one West. We want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga?
Fucking with the brothers, then I'm giving out major pain. Clip full of ball heads, I'm shooting out Damon Wayne's. Driven ambition, I ain't never changing lanes. Wise as an old man, but I ain't slanging cane. This ain't a game, this shit way deeper than rap. You speaking the cap, but the shit y'all speaking is cap. I'm 5,000, but I still keep it a stack. I'm in the truth, not cause back then I was seeking the fact. Cry aloud for the niggas that's deep in the back. And the Lord with me, ain't no reason for keeping the strap. We peep the attacks, niggas say we ain't speaking the facts. Stealing breakdowns every time we teaching in class. Niggas snitching, y'all out here squeaking with rats. We be on the street corners teaching that Jesus is black.
We on 125th Street, Harlem, nigga, you see where we at?
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West. So who is y'all, nigga? One West. We want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West. That's who we are, nigga. One West. So who is y'all, niggas? One West. We want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga.
All right. Give me 1 second here. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatham to the Akim. Shalom, Yahweh Shamar Allah Shem Yahshua to the Akwas. I'm Officer of 1,000, Owaja. This is the Detroit Isupk Law Class, right? Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, man, so we can get this truth out here, man, which needs to get out here to our people, man. Which needs to get out here to our people. And it's such an important thing, as I say every week. If you know, we had the Midwest Fire Weekend down here this weekend, over the weekend in Detroit, man. And our brothers and sisters, they need to come out and experience that. They need to know it's a place where they can go, where we just love one another, man. And we dwell together and we have a good time and we partying. A lot of our people think we have to go out and get high to have a good time. They don't understand that we could just be brotherly to one another and have a good time. And that's what we experienced in the fire weekend this weekend, man. We experienced that brothers coming together. We can have such a great and glorious time, man, just by following the law, statutes, and commandments of God. You know what I mean? A lot of us think as high as we can get off of some weed is a good day for us. Running around talking about, man, I was high as heck yesterday or earlier today. Well, we have a good time just when we just amongst ourselves, man, and dwelling together and doing things in brotherhood, man. All right. That's the importance of people liking sharing these classes, man, so they can get into class, so they can experience that experience, man, that we experienced over the weekend, man. The brotherhood was outstanding, as usual. You know what I mean? The brotherhood was outstanding as usual. You know, in the world, of course, a lot of us, our family can't even get together like this, man, without some form of conflict. All right. Which shows you it's a difference. It's a difference between when we do things the way the oppressor wants us to do things and we do the things the way the Lord wants us to do things, man. When you doing things the way the Lord wants you to do them, you dwell, you in a safe dwelling. You understand? You don't really have to worry about a whole lot versus compared to when like we go out and we try to celebrate the oppressors holidays, man. It's always a brother or a sister getting unalived in that time, man. Well, we got together, man. And guess what? We didn't have as much as an argument. Okay? That's what happens when you come together under the Lord, man, and you in one body, one spirit, man. And everybody understand that we are brothers to each other, man. We brothers to each other. All right. So that's the importance of liking and sharing the classes. So that way, you know, brothers and sisters can come into the school and then they can experience this brotherhood, this safe haven that we have inside the UPK under Commander General Yohana, okay? All right. A lot going on this side of the world. Slovakia. Let's get to it. Election time is coming up, man. This is election time is such a I want to say such a time where such a sad time for me. And it's sad because like when I look at our people, man, and I think about the things and they look at it and I hear this phrase that they use, the lesser of two evils. And I think to myself, man, as I'm trying to talk to them and explain to them that you don't have to vote for anybody. And this is the thing that our people, I think they don't understand, man. If none of our people went out there and voted, we could get a lot more done. Think about think about all the black cities that was built and destroyed. It wasn't done through voting. It just wasn't. Voting wasn't the strength. It was our togetherness that was our strength. It was our togetherness that was our strength, man. That's what made us. That's what made us strong. Okay, that's the thing that did it. It wasn't. It wasn't because we went to the oppressor and voted. In other words, we don't even understand that us going to that us voting is going to the oppressor and like asking for, can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? All right. They our people say what? Donald Trump is racist. How would they say? Well, Kamala Harris is too. They see her with the hot sauce. They see her eating her watermelon. What do you think she's doing? She is mocking black people. That's what she's doing. She's mocking black people. She's making fun of us by using our stereotypes, man. A brother walked, I don't remember whether I told this story or not, but a brother walked into my slave. And the brother said, yeah, Kamala Harris, yeah, she gonna do it, man. We got to get behind her. I said, Kamala Harris is not, he said the first, she gonna be the first black lady, whatever. And I said, well, Kamala Harris is not black. She's not black at all. He said, well, yeah, she half black. She's her, I think he said, what did he say? Her mother was black or something like that. I believe she said something to that effect. And then of course, he walked away because he didn't want to carry on the conversation. If we'd have had a conversation, had I said, yeah, we got to get it for Kamala Harris. But once he saw I opposed that, of course, what the brother do? The brother walked off. Because they just want our people, we feel like because it's this let's say Democrat and Republican, we strictly vote for, of course, us in the UPK, we don't vote. So I'm talking about, our brothers and sisters in the world. They strictly vote Democrat because it's Democrat. Or if they're Republican, they vote Republican because it's a Republican. Here's the thing, man. Our people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you should vote for nobody. Because all you have to do is look at the history and say, what good has it done for you? You vote and everything gets worse. Like, aren't you tired of being tricked? Like, aren't you tired of being tricked and used and manipulated? Like, at some point, we have to think like, all right, this is not working. And it's not working, man. It is not working. It's not working at all. And we should see that now. We should look at, everybody like to say, well, the civil rights movement was about voting, so you should vote and use that right that everybody fought for. Well, what we really should do is we should look at where we was at then and look at the condition of our people at now and say, you know what, that has failed. That don't work for us. This is not, for some reason, everybody else around us do well, but we don't do well with it. So we should be back to the drawing board. Trying to figure out what's wrong. And you know what you'll find out what's wrong? You'll find out that the way the thinking was wrong. Depending on the oppressor was wrong. Going to the oppressor and trying to getting to his way of life was a wrong thing. All right. You'll find those things. This his entire way of doing things may work for him, but it does not work for us. And you'll find out what? That following the Lord is the thing that works for us, man. Following the Lord is the thing that works for us. So many of us, because of the oppressor, because of Christianity, because of Islam, because of so many different obstacles and things in our way, and pitfalls and things in our way, we turn off our hearing the truth because they tried Christianity so much and it failed them. So they think the Bible is failing them, not realizing that it's not, that Christianity is not the way of the Bible. Right? So give me 1 second. So I forgot to check the sound. Make sure everything is wild. So yeah, and make sure they don't realize that it's not the Bible. That's Christianity, a religion, and it has nothing to do with the Bible. So moving forward, do sound a little low, but it's Tawab, Salakia. So the first scripture we're gonna pull is Romans 1:25. Romans chapter 1 and verse 25. All right. And this is an important point I want to make right quick. Everybody, we've tried everything. We've tried Christianity. We've tried the Black Panther Party. We've tried Islam. We've tried Buddhism. Our people, we running in all different directions to every other nation. Let me tell you, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans something, man. It's time for us to start turning to ourselves. It's time for us to start turning to ourselves. Because if we keep running to other nations to try to save us, what's going to happen? Eventually, we're going to be destroyed, man. More destroyed. I mean, just like totally wiped out, destroyed. Like more, as you look around our people and from, like I said, from the 60s till now, we're gonna just take it from there to there. We've gotten worse and worse. So imagine if we don't turn to each other soon. Imagine what it'll look like 20 years from now. I know some of us, we look at this and we thought it would never get as bad as it is for black people, man. We thought it would never be this. We thought it would never be this hard. We always thought we'd turn it around and it'll get better. That's incorrect, man. It don't get better until we start turning to one another, man. That's the thing that makes it better. That's the thing that makes it better, all right? Let's get it. Romans 1 and 25. It says, who changed the truth of God into a lie? Who did it? Who changed the truth of God into a lie, man? Who told you that all you had to do was pray over your pork chops? And that made it clean to eat. Who told you that, man? Who is telling you that voting is the way to get black people out of the condition that we in, though the more we vote, the worse condition we're in? We think we wiser than the Lord. The problem is we listening to the oppressor, man, versus the Lord. That's the problem. Because who told us, who said voting is gonna change? Your oppressor. Your oppressor puts that out there. And again, we built Black Wall Street with no voting. We built Black Wall Street with each other. Black Wall Street at the time, with segregation, without civil rights movement, without any of those things. I mean, without segregation, without coming together. When it was laughing barrels, where the people still had to stick their head in the barrels if they laughed, because the white man did. Your oppressor did not want to see you laughing. When they couldn't use the same bathrooms as the oppressor, couldn't even live close to the oppressor. They had to be amongst themselves. Black Wall Street had one of the largest banks in the country, while your oppressor was starving and unemployed. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, we are some of the greatest people we are the greatest people, Salakia, to walk the face of God's green earth, man. And because we won't be obedient to the Lord, we choose to follow the oppressor more than we follow the Lord. Okay? It says, who changed the truth of God into a lie and worship and serve? It says worship and serve, man. Because that's what we do, man. When you voting, you serving the oppressor. Because what did the Lord say? The Lord said, don't put a ruler of another nation over you. That's what the Lord said, do, man. The Lord said, don't put a ruler of another nation over you. And what do we say? We say we pick the lesser of two evils. That's what we say. We say, well, Kamala Harris she black enough. That's what we say about her. She black enough. That's what we say about her, man. When are we gonna stop falling for the foolishness? When are we gonna step back and look at this and say, well, hold on, man. We can't keep doing this. This is ridiculous. Because it study destroys us as a people. We looking at two people and saying they both want to destroy us. Which one is going to destroy us less? Neither. They're going to equally destroy you. One is not going to do it less than the other one. But because we've been so conditioned to do what? To vote when it's time to vote. It's voting time. Get out there and vote. Vote or die. Vote or do this. If you don't vote, you don't matter. When the truth be told, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, when have you ever mattered inside of this kingdom? When have you ever mattered inside of this kingdom? They only use you when they need to use you. And again, your vote don't count anyway, because it's about who wins the electorals. They just say your vote go towards the popular vote. And what you think they do? They get there, they get up there and they cater to the people that they want votes from. So they'll cater to the alphabet community. One side will cater to the gun community. One side will oppose the gun community. One side will cater to the alphabet community. One side will oppose the alphabet community. One side will say people can come over across the borders, and then they'll say, man, these people are unalivers and drug dealers that are coming across the border. They'll criminalize the people that's coming across the border. They just do these things to cater to the audience that they're in front of. And guess what? It don't matter, because at the end of the day, they all hate you. Both Republican or Democrat. It's the government, and the government itself does not side with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. I pulled out the COINTELPRO thing that showed you that the FBI targeted black families and black nationalism, that they did not want, that the FBI did not want us to unite. Everybody know about the Iranian Contras, where they flooded our streets where they flooded black communities with drugs to fund the Contras. Everybody know about that. That ain't no secret. And that came from the top down. Brought cocaine and crack it to our neighborhood and wiped out generations of our people, man. Generations of our people. Think that's something that coming into the ISUPK and following the law, statutes, and commandment of the Lord, only that can recover us from what this oppressor has done to us, man. That's the only way, man. Because now, like we just read, we worship the creature more than the creator. Your oppressor way of life is what we worship now. We've gotten so far away from what the Lord wants us to do that a lot of us can't even see our way back. That's the importance of us pushing this truth so hard, man. That's the importance of us pushing this so hard. That's the importance of us going to camp. That's the importance of us passing out flyers, being on the internet, sharing these classes, coming to class. That's the importance of this stuff, man. Doing food drives, doing felony expungement. We had a health fair here, like the things we do to outreach to the community. That's the importance of the things that we do, man. Because the truth be told, you know why our people feel like lesser of the two evils and things of that nature? Because they don't have, they're hopeless. They don't have no hope in anything. They don't understand that they the greatest people on the planet. Some of them might say it, but they don't understand how to really get into it. They don't understand by following the law, statutes, and commandments. That brings that greatness out. Because then you start being who the Lord wants you to be versus whatever else it is you're doing. Versus what the oppressor tell you to do. The oppressor slave us for generations, just teach us to get a good job and work for him our whole dang on life. That's what the oppressor will do, man. Just get a job, work for him, and make him rich. All right. It says, and worshiped and served the creature more than the creator. And that's what we have done, man. We serve this oppressor tirelessly to the point he set up his system is set up so well to oppress us, right? It's set up so well it's a well-oiled oppressing machine. That's what it is, man. To the point where a lot of our people, they don't even want to hear the truth. They don't even care about the truth. And in their mind, they're free and doing whatever they want to do, and they making their own decisions, and they living their best life. And that's only because we know one thing and one thing only: oppression. That's all we know. We don't know anything outside of oppression. We know oppression. All right. We do what? What we do? We just vote for who we think going to be more nicer to us. All right. Let's get Proverbs 11 and 14. Trapped and tricked is what our people are, man. And we get worse and worse year after year. And right when we thought, right when they see us start, they see a little motion and they see us starting to get sick of it, you know what they did? They put dispensaries on every corner. So you got to understand, this oppressor is very tactical. Yeah, this oppressor is very tactical, man. He's not. He's he won't let you. You won't even know that you being attacked by him. He ain't putting dispensaries all around because it's a good thing for you. He understands that it's going to harm you and not help you. All right, give me 1 second. Just need to check and make sure I don't got any comments. If y'all got some comments or questions or anything, Slock, you put it inside the chat and I will get to them. Give me 1 second. Yeah, this oppressor, you don't know that you being attacked by this oppressor. We didn't know that the crack epidemic was an attack on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Heroin. We wasn't putting this stuff in our own community, man. Your oppressor, these are chemical attacks by your oppressor, man. But guess what we get taught to do? Don't worry about it. You just sit back and love, man. That's what we got to do. We had our leaders were terrible, man. That's why I thank the Most High for Commander General Yohana, man, because he actually cares about our people, and if he was our leaders back then, man, we would have never been in the condition that we are in today, because we needed somebody who actually cared about black people and did not care about themselves only. We needed somebody with compassion for us, not somebody who had some form of secret lust, whether it was for our oppressor women, whether it was for money. Those are people who looked at us and said, you know what? Ain't no fixing these N words. Ain't no helping them. It ain't nothing we could do to help them. I'm just going to enjoy life. Give me my money, give me my oppressor women, and whatever you do to and gave us up. All right. Proverbs 11 and 14, it says, where no counsel is, it says the people fall. And that's what we went through. And that's us, man. That's us inside of this kingdom that we in right now, man. We had no counsel. We had no leaders that actually cared about us. We didn't have that, man. We didn't have leaders that followed the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. We didn't have that, man. Where no counsel is, the people fall, and we fail because of it, man. We failed because we was told to turn our cheek to what our turn the cheek and love and integrate with the very people who was taking our lives away from, unaliving us. And still that do it to this day, man. To this day. And because of that, now our people, we don't know what to do. We don't even think it's possible to separate ourselves from our oppressor nowadays. We can't even visualize it. When it's simple, it's a simple start. all you do is follow the law, statutes, and commandment of the Lord, right? You start there. Now we together as a nation. Now we together as a nation of people, right? Hold that Proverbs 11. 1 second. So Zephaniah 2 and 1 is the very first thing that we do, Salakia. It says, gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation, not desire. Not desire. That is simple. You see what happened when we follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord? That's how we gather ourselves together. All right? That's the very first step. And you have to know it's right because we've tried everything else. You know it's right because especially if you're in the school or you somebody that's not in the school who just showed up to Fire Weekend to see what it's about. See if are we just talking? You seen for yourself what the law, statutes, and commandments does. You was able to witness it. Now you got to take that next step and do what? You have to come in and join us, man. You have to come in here and join us side by side with your brothers in here, man. That's how we're going to create real change. Our change don't come by us sitting around talking. Our change come by action. And what's that action? Following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, man. That's what that action is. Following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord, man. That is that action. Putting down the weed. Put it down. Let the dispensaries go bankrupt, man. Let them go bankrupt. No other nation of people has the things that we've had happen to us happen to them, man. And you know what else? We should stop expecting other nations to understand what we go through. Come in here, man. Here in the UPK, under Commander General Yohana, we understand black people in here, man. We understand your oppressor in here. That's why it's so important for us to gather ourselves together. All right. We listening to so-called leaders in our community, but everything that they saying already been said for the last 60 years, and none of it has worked. We got to vote. We got to do this. We got to do that. Everything is involved listening to the oppressor and try to join to his way of life, man. And it does not work for us. We are unalived because of it. We lose countless lives because of the way the oppressor is telling us to live, and we listen to him. It says, where no counsel is, the people fall. But in the multitude of counselors, there is safety. In the multitude of counselors, meaning what? In the right counsel, man. You getting the right counsel. Somebody telling you follow the Lord. Do what the Lord said do. Nobody think about what the UPK. Well, think about what we push. We push following God's laws. Think about it. We argue with Christians about who have the same exact Bible we say we have, Salakia, who say that they love the Lord, say that they love God, they love Christ. Christ came and died for them, they shake and all that. And then when we say do what God said do, they take issue with that. Think about it. We really argue with them because we say do what the Lord said do. Now that's strange. That's a strange thing. You know why? Because they have no counsel. And here we have counsel, great counselors, great leaders who do what? Who teach us how to do what? Follow the law, statutes, and commandment of the Lord. And then they teach us how to teach other brothers to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. That is a great thing, man. That is a great thing. And guess what? And guess what we don't have? And guess what? We don't have to worry about voting in here because we have a king already. Yahweh Shai is our king, man. Christ is our king. That's our king. We don't have to go vote for anybody. All we have to do is do what he say do. That's it. We do what he say do, and we have a great Midwest Fire weekend. We do what he say do, and we have a great Passover. We have a great Sabbath. We have a great scripture breakdown class. It's like we have a great everything when we come together. We have a great anytime we come together. Tell me how the hell Harris or Trump gonna give us that. But you know what they are gonna give you? More torn down houses on your block. More black businesses closing. But you know what they will fund? Our small black businesses are gonna close, but they're gonna fund them dispensaries. They'll make sure that them stay open so they can keep so you can keep getting as high as you want to get. When are you gonna want change? Your life can't simply be about getting high. Vote, get high, go to work. And everything around you is crumbling. All of that benefits the oppressor. Nothing benefits you. All right. Voting does not help blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Let's get Daniel in the 8th chapter. All right. Think about it. In the 80s, they had what was called a war on drugs, right? Lock up all the so-called drug dealers and things of that nature. Come to find out, it was the politicians were the one bringing the drugs in and packed the prisons with black men and wiped out. It seemed like 10 generations of black people. It just seems that way because it haven't stopped. Because think about, even though that was the 80s and that epidemic, Now we popping the pills and drinking the lean, and there's dispensaries everywhere. So it's still an ongoing thing that's destroying us, man. That's destroying us. It's an ongoing thing. Not only that, they pushing that alphabet lifestyle on us. They pushing the alphabet lifestyle on us. We are we became the poster child. They pushed us to the forefront for this way of life, man. All right. Let's get Daniel 8 and 25. Daniel 8 and 25. Okay. Daniel 8 and 25. All right. And it says, and through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. And he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. You ever, and it says, and through his policy, right? You ever heard of saying, saying the pen is mightier than the sword? So it's saying through his policies. How do they get their policies? What they do? They write their policies out. They write their laws or they print them out, and then whoever signed it, and then it go to the next step from the House to the Senate to the. You get what I'm saying? But it doesn't work for you. Some kind of way, the policies never benefit us as a whole. Like Commander Junior Honda said something heavy at the cookout. He said, "Where's all the black manufacturing at in Detroit? Where is it? Why don't we have any manufacturing companies, us black people, in Detroit, who at one time was like the mecca of where cars was coming from?" And we don't own not one manufacturing company whatsoever. Not just in Detroit, in Michigan, period. Why is that, man? We worked we worked at all of them. We was there working, but we never owned any of them, man. We never owned any of them. Some kind of way, other nations was able to come in and get the funding, and your oppressor, but some kind of way we just got left out of the loop. Why is that? Because we depended on the oppressor? Because listening to listening to our pastors, listening to politicians, they taught us and molded us into doing what? into working for the oppressor. They didn't say, and because we followed them, they didn't sell. They didn't say, let's get together and start our own. They said, hey, you guys need to go get these jobs. That hurt us because now every other nation in our neighborhood owns something except us. We can't, they make it hard for us to even get the funding to start our own business. We turned all our wealth and power over to them. And through his policies, guess what he said? Gotcha. Y'all march to go get y'all check. Huh? Turned out y'all sold all y'all businesses and houses to the oppressor, and that was it. We just transferred our wealth over to them. Where there is no counsel, the people fall. And he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. And that's what happened to us, man. Come together. Let's love everybody. I love you, you love me. Let's hold hands and sing. We shall overcome. What's wrong with you Israelites? Y'all hating people for no reason. You got to judge people by what they do. If they ain't done nothing to you, even though the oppressor done murdered us since we came. I was about to say we came over here, but we ain't even come over here. They brought us over here. How many times do a black man or woman have to lose their lives unnecessarily before we say, you know what? It's a real problem. These people are unaliving us with no conscience. What's that one scripture to say? It say they slay us and hold themselves not guilty. And say, blessed be the Lord. That's what we experience inside of this country, man. That's what we experience. That's what we get inside of this kingdom, man. At some point, we're gonna realize that turning to each other is the best way. The only thing I really hope is we don't wait till the Lord say, okay, since y'all won't do it, I'm gonna have to do it for you. That's the only thing, because we dealing with a man that, as a matter of fact, let's get Deuteronomy 28 and 40. Deuteronomy 28 and 49. Deuteronomy 28 and 49. Let's get that right quick. Show you right quick what kind of people we are dealing with for real. to show you exactly what kind of people we dealing with for real. We just read through his policies, cause craft in his hand. Like, if your neighborhood don't show you that, man, and then guess what? Guess what? Now they coming through and they buying all the abandoned properties. So you had the housing market crash and everybody left their houses and was moving out and everybody had to move in with family. Everything going up expensively, right? All those properties that people left, people came in, man, and bought them houses up for dirt effing cheap. Dirt cheap, man. And it is something that was purposely done, man. It was purposely done to us. Through his policies, through these laws, through the things that they put in books. All them, what they call them, predatory loans. They were so predatory. How many people went to jail behind it? Why was it? It should have been against the law what they done, what they was doing to black people, man. You ever seen? I know everybody watch basketball. Alley oop. That's what that was. Alley oop. Threw it up, slam dunked us, man. They alley ooped us. Deuteronomy 28 and 49. It says, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth. It's like from the end of the earth as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue that thou shalt not understand. Verse 50, it says, a nation of fierce countenance, and which not shall regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. And that is what we dealing with, man. We dealing with somebody who rules us fiercely. We dealing with somebody who only sees us, who does not see us as human beings. They don't see, your oppressor don't look at you like you're a human being. He look at you like you just a thing in his way. They think about how they look at Isupk. Isupk coming across the border, he murdering, he unaliving, he's selling drugs. They coming across the border with the clothes on their back. That's it. They got them in the detention centers. They getting they losing babies by the thousands in there. They act like Isupk is coming over and having such a great time. They coming over and they children are being assaulted by perverse men and perverse women. They being unalived. They being trafficked. They act like Isupk coming over here and just living it up. the horrors they going through, but they do because they are a nation with no compassion whatsoever for you and I. They don't care. They don't look at that. They gon' they gonna put a person in the White House to stop all of that. They taking up all the job. What jobs? It's all a lie and propaganda. It's all a lie and propaganda. People with jobs are saying they taking up all the jobs. Let's stop this, man. This is not some nation to join yourself to. This is not some people that you go into a voting booth and vote to put over you. Harris and Trump is no difference between the two. You ever heard that saying, you damned if you do and damned if you don't? Well, that's you. Either way you go, you in trouble. The best thing you could do is what we do, man. Christ is our king. We don't need to vote for nobody. We just need to do what he said do. That's the best thing you could do, man. All right. That's the only thing you should be doing. That's the only thing you should be worried about. Okay. I want to try to get this in, so I'm gonna have to skip up Salakia. So I'm trying to bring it in a different way. I'm trying to get this in right now. Let's get the book of Maccabees. First Maccabees. Where we gonna start at? All right. I didn't realize what time it was. So let me bring y'all up to speed, man. So this first Maccabees. So what happened in Maccabees so far? This is the Greek time period, right? So right now, Alexander died, passed away, Salakia, and the kingdom got divided and split it up. So over us is a man called Antiochus. Antiochus, man. Who was evil towards us and our people, man. All right. I was trying to get this in. The time. Salaki. So we're gonna go first Maccabees. Salakia. First Maccabees, chapter 1. And we are gonna pick it up at actually we'll pick it up at 2. Let's start at 2. I'm trying to condense it into the time. I'm trying to get it right. Salakia. We'll pick it up at 1, Salakia, and then we'll just take it at start at 40. We'll start at 40. All right. So again, yeah. So this is Antiochus. He's ruling over us, man. And again, uh, Alexander has passed on, and the kingdom is now divided up. So we're going to pick it up at 41. And it says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. So let me say this. All that come together crap and all that everybody, it don't matter. People is just people. And all that stuff that they say is just it's just a bunch of nonsense. Jump up to jump up to 20 25. All right. It says, therefore was a great mourning in Israel at every place where they were, so that the princes and the elders mourned, the virgins and the young 26, Salakia. So that the princes and the elders mourned, the virgins and the young men were made feeble, and the beauty of the woman was changed. Verse 27, it says, every bridegroom took up lamentations, and she sat in the marriage chamber. And she that sat in the marriage chamber was in heaviness. Why is all this going on? Okay, I'm trying to bring you up to speed. Why is all these things going on? It's going on because of oppression. Because now the oppressor, the same nation of people, they are doing what? They are robbing the people blind and oppressing the people. Okay? It says 28, it says the land also was moved for the inhabitants thereof, and all the house of Jacob was covered with confusion. And why was they covered with confusion? Because instead of going by the laws of the Lord, what was they doing? This way of life by the Greeks was being forced on them. Just like we cover with confusion today. How do you know that we cover with confusion today? Because we going in every which way but the direction of the Lord. We in all different types of religion, all different types of what we call spirituality. Some people just walk around saying, I'm just spiritual. Some people believe in worshiping pyramids. Like, we are just full of confusion today. The parallels between these two things is just insane. This how you know we these people, and this how you know that they is these people. This is not these things that's going on today is not something that is new. Okay? It says the land was moved and Jacob was covered with confusion. Verse 29. I'm just trying to get through this. Salakia. It says, and after 2 years fully expired, the king sent his chief collectors of tribute unto the cities of Judah, who came unto Jerusalem with a great multitude. And he spake peaceable words unto them. And that's what happens to us today, right? These politicians come into our community, I don't care if they're running for president or alderman. From the top to the bottom, it doesn't matter, man. They come into here and they tell us everything that we want to hear. They say everything we want to hear, man. They tell us how they're going to clean the neighborhood up. They tell us how we going to how they gonna create jobs for us. Or as Trump put it, Trump said black jobs. He said black jobs for us, man. Whatever. I don't even I ain't even understand how to take that. It says it spoke people peaceable words unto them, but all was deceit. It's all deceitful. How do you know? Because every time it's election time, every election year, right? Every time it's time for election, you see police on video unaliving black people, horrible things happening, and then when election time is gone, all of that is gone. They say they're gonna do all. They talk about the wonderful things they're gonna do. Well, Kamala Harris, she ain't even talk about the wonderful things she gonna do for us. She just put some hot sauce on her food and ate some watermelon. She literally mocks us to our face. And what do you think she's doing before she does that and after she does that? She's laughing her head off, man. She laughing her head off because she know we are a destroyed people and we don't understand that she's mocking us. She understands that. She doesn't have a sense of compassion for you and I. And what are we doing? We throw our political weight behind her, who probably hates us more than Donald Trump do, or is equal. She has she she has zero respect and she shows it. At least Trump, you could say, well, that's the oppressor. We expect the oppressor to act like that. Her, we treat her like we got to get behind, like we actually getting behind a sister. That's how we treat her. Like like she's actually one of us. Like she is actually really with us and down with us. Nah, it's deceit, man. It is deceit. Read no. It says, for when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore and destroyed much people of Israel. And that's what they do with their policies. They get in office and their policies, it hurt us, man. It harms us. It does us no good, man. But there is one way that really helps, man. And that again is following the Lord. Like that's like our answer to everything. If you black and Hispanic, and Native American, so give me 1 second. I just got to see if I got any questions. If you black and Hispanic and Native American, man, you don't have any other way in life outside of following the Lord, man. That's it for you. Damn right. Damn right, Marah Ya Allah. Slacky if I butchered your name. Damn right. That's right. Free us. Free them. You damn right. Damn right, sis. Slack, give me 1 second. I'm just. So yep, they put us in a trick bag. And we fall for it every time, man. Because we really don't see a way. And and man, that's what make the job inside of this school so precious, man, and so important. Because there's so many of our people out there who just don't see hope. They don't see a real solution, man. Coming in here give our people hope. It actually does. It actually does give our people hope, man. Because what? Because now we start to do what? We start to have an identity. We start to know who we are. We start to come together and we start to understand the importance of our brotherhood. We start to understand the importance of keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. And we start to understand that these other nations are not for us, they are against us. We start understanding all of these things, man. And then we start understanding the most important thing. What's the most important thing? We start learning how to fight back, not a physical fight back. Our brotherhood is our weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. That's what that article said. It said it didn't fear us fighting physically. It feared us coming together. That's what it feared, man. That's why they keep sticking drugs and things in our face. That's why they always say everybody come together. That's why they say those things. Because if they just leave us alone and don't bother us, what y'all think gonna happen? We might build another Black Wall Street. Y'all do understand that, right? We just might build another Black Wall Street. Think about all the black the Slovakia. Think about all the black towns. That's the word I'm looking for. Towns we have, man. That's doing what right now? They underwater. They are underwater because your oppressor saw what? our togetherness. Our togetherness, man. Our togetherness. Because our togetherness is beautiful, man. And you got a small taste of that. A small taste of that at the Midwest Fire Weekend, man. You got a small taste of that at the Midwest Fire Weekend. All right. And believe it or not, they thought that same thing about Christ. They cannot just leave our people alone because we the greatest people on the planet, man. And just leaving us alone, heck no, they can't do because what? If they do, their kingdom is going to crumble. And they thought that same thing about Christ. And they thought the same thing about Christ. And that's what your leaders and that's what people do, and that's what your leaders do. They go into agreements with them. And then they get paid. They don't get paid to lead you out of the trouble. They get paid to lead you into the trouble. How what they paid to do? Because why would the oppressor pay them or fund them to lead you away from them? To tell you the truth, to stop you from being a slave. Why would the oppressor do such a thing? He wouldn't. Where there's no counsel, the people fall. Let's get John 11. I'm going to show you right quick. Let's get John 11. John in the 11th chapter. All right. Where there is no counsel, the people fall. And that's what we had. We didn't have no counsel. We had people who just strictly and solely wanted to follow the oppressor. And all they did was oppress us. We didn't have leaders that wanted to get away from the oppressor. We had leaders that took orders from the oppressor and then did what? And then once the oppressor told them what to do, they passed those down to us and destroyed us as a people, man. All right. Let's get John 11 and 47. We're going to pick it up right there. It says, then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we do? What do they mean? What do they do? What do they do? What is the problem that they having? Christ on the scene, man. Christ on the scene. What do we do? That's the same thing they said when they seen us gathering together and being strong as a people. Your oppressor said, what do we do, man? They told the leaders, we can't have this. This is too much for us. We can't have them together like this. And your leader said, your Christian pastor said, what do we do? How do we stop this? It says, for this man doeth many miracles. Right? Verse 48. It says, if we let him thus alone, meaning if they just leave him alone. The same thing with us. If they just leave us alone, man, if they just never bothered us and left us alone, we'd be running this country. And they know that. That's why they do the things they do. That's why we had the crack epidemic. And then we had the war on drugs, even though they were the one bringing the drugs in. Okay? It says, if we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him. It says, and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation. So this is just like our leadership today. They're not worried about the truth and what's the right thing to do. They trying to hold on to the power that the oppressor gives them, man. They want to hold on to the power that the oppressor gives them. They don't want us to tap into the power that the Lord gives us because they can't see past their own lust for whatever it is that they lust for, man. They enjoy partying and living it up in this kingdom, and they give us up to do it and enjoy it, man. That's why the UPK is so important. And you know why you see these other fake Israelite groups? They are just distractions, man. They are distractions. To hinder us from getting the truth out here, man. And that's why we have to push so hard. That's why everybody has to push. And it has to be such a collective effort, man. Because your oppressor will stop at nothing to stop this truth from going out. He'll stop at nothing, man. And with that, I got to close the class, Israel. Shalom.